bro, I'm on the phone. I'm like, I might hit like mute a couple times to make it seem like it's going in and out.
That's how you nut?
No.
Yeah. So, what are you, a villain from like a black and white cartoon?
Yo, I'm a guy. I don't typically
fucking Marvel villain or something.
Ah, you got me, coppers. Ah.
Welcome back to Impulsive, the #1 podcast in the world, and now the #1 best looking podcast in the world. Look at this. Look at it. Look around. We no longer reside in SpongeBob's butthole.
Crazy.
We got a brand new renovated studio, in-garage studio. It's looking good. Wood finish, a nice sleek, aged up, mature vibe.
Rich mahogany.
Oh yeah.
You know, honestly, shout out True Jordy, dude.
Why?
The whole time when this thing was being designed, I was like, maybe one day we'll look like True Jordy's podcast because he's got all those dark woods, the rich mahogany.
Yeah, I feel really good about it. You know, we've been gone for 2 weeks now while the set was being renovated. We're finally back, so we're a little rusty. We're gonna try to give you guys we have a fabulous episode planned. A lot of things have happened since we've been gone. We got a new president since we've been gone. Can you believe that?
I can't believe it.
That's insane, right?
It's nuts.
Yeah, and then George, look at you.
Yeah, I cut my hair because you guys kept calling me Chia Pet. So cut that shit off. New set, new look.
Yeah.
It looks great.
I'm ready.
Yep,
It looks fantastic.
Well, I mean, where do we even begin? I almost forget what it's like to be a podcast host. We got a new profile picture.
Can we see it? Can you pull it up on the screen?
Don't have it yet.
Fucking A. Well, that sucks.
Because we're still editing it. But new profile picture, new banner. It's officially season 3. So let's start it off the right way. We talk about possibly the Conor McGregor fight that happened this past weekend. I know we got a lot of fight fans that watch this show. They like our commentary on the fight game. So Conor McGregor fought this past weekend, and whirlwind of emotions for me from not being able to watch ESPN Plus. I don't know if anyone else experienced this.
I did. I was right next to you.
Twitter was blowing up. Because I don't know what happened with the ESPN Plus stream.
Full on meltdown.
Hundreds of thousands of tweets.
We were talking about what could be a possibility for that happening. Him coming after, like.
So Dana White was.
I don't want to say it. You say it because I don't want to be like clicked as a meme. Look, this fucking idiot. But I really do feel that it could be the case. It could be the case.
He provoked the hackers.
You don't do that.
He said
they're invisible ninjas.
Yeah, they're savages, and he said basically like I'm gonna knock on your door if I catch you pirating this stream.
And they just all got together. They're like,
he made sure no one was streaming the fight, not even the people who paid for it.
Brilliant idea, by the way.
I don't think so. I paid $70 to watch 2 fights. Dana, I said this before. I love Dana, but how can an organization Are you
I'm
sweating?
in bad shape, yeah.
What did you take? How many blue chews?
Too many, bro. It was all that movement. I told you I was running out of energy, man.
I looked to my left. This man is drenched. He's just
God bless, Mike. What the fuck?
It's like our first episode all over again. What are you doing?
I've been using this anti-aging cream on my face. And I always told myself before the show, don't use it because it clogs up all of my pores. And I rubbed it all over my face, and I feel like I have a vegetable oil all over my face right now, and I can't stop it from.
You just look like a greasy old man now. Like you went from old man to just greasy old man.
If you put deodorant all over your skin, don't do this.
You could get in a lot. You could go to the hospital.
You could die.
Yeah, because you stop like
clogs your pores. It looks like that's what he did.
Well, while Mike's gone, I read something that was really funny. Somebody tweeted out. They go, a bunch of ambulances showed up to the UFC fight. Conor's fine, but Dana White had a heart attack.
Yeah,
because of everything that was happening that night, and I died.
Bro, can you imagine?
But he's been talking a lot of shit, like a lot lately. He's been talking a lot of shit to everybody.
I feel like he's a little angsty. And now guess what? Essentially, the face of the UFC lost, and he can't get his glorious Khabib versus McGregor rematch.
Did you see what Khabib said about Conor?
He says he's levels above these guys. Oh, you're talking about
what he said about him losing his training people.
Yeah, because Conor allegedly, but Conor refuted this, switched his boxing coach and sparring partners and basically switched up his camp, which is never
A good idea.
Really
He
small.
did look like a different fighter. He didn't look like he was prepared for this fight. Not that I have any say in fighting.
I disagree. I think the first round he looked good. Like his striking is superb.
He was striking well. Did he lose 2 out of his past 3 fights? Is that what happened?
Yeah.
So is he? What happens now? Is he like?
This is why it's tricky, man, because it is so tough for me, anyways, to see legends lose. I hate it. I love Conor McGregor, and the moment I saw him flattened with his eyes closed, like Nate Robinson style,
maybe not as bad because he wasn't fully knocked
the
out.
internet's
Ruthless.
no
Yeah,
mercy
horrible.
for the guy.
Your brother didn't help that situation.
I mean, it's Jake fucking Paul.
We immediately went to his Instagram. Soon as he went down, me and Logan just looked at each other like, what did your brother post? What did your brother post? I feel like he had that shit preloaded. Like he had it already set to go.
I don't know. I don't think anyone thought McGregor was going to get beaten that way. Like, and by the way, props to Dustin Poirier for pulling it off. It's a massive win. You beat one of the greatest combat sports entertainers of all time, and they're 1-1. He was the underdog, and he beat him, and he came back from his last loss against McGregor and proved everyone wrong. But yeah, Jake Paul, 2-3 weeks ago presented Conor with a $50 million offer. He's amended that offer.
He reduced it
to $10,000 for a fight or a third of a Bitcoin. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
I just don't even know what to say about this stuff anymore.
It's
Like he's so down that rabbit hole of being the social media asshole that comes after everybody. But it's at this point, I look forward to it.
Do you think Conor did a good job of while he was on his feet continuing to prove that he's a very solid striker, like could easily step into a boxing ring with a boxer
until 5 minutes pass.
Like the end of the first round.
He has this issue where the dude gasses and everyone knows it. In this fight, he gassed much, much sooner than I thought he was going. I thought he was going to do round 3. Round 2, his hands were looking heavy.
But was it because of the leg strikes? Does that add to it?
He did walk out of the arena on a crutch. I'm sure that affected him.
Yeah,
those leg kicks
he was getting
nasty.
Like I don't think like normal people that don't get kicked every day. Dude, that probably felt like a baseball bat coming at him like all the time. So, I mean, just thinking about being able to strike somebody without stepping fully on your leg.
Yeah,
there's going to be another fight. Yeah, because he won one and now he lost one.
Possibly.
So.
I think about this often. How many more times can McGregor lose before his legacy is really tarnished? And it's tricky because his face is tied to his whiskey, Proper 12. And he's got a lot of businesses that are directly correlated to the success of said businesses. Or his performance most likely dictates how well Proper 12 does, right? He wins. He's the face of the fight game. I think so. I think so. I don't think anyone anyone drinks the whiskey for the taste of the whiskey. I think they drink it because it's Conor McGregor's.
Well, Kayla brought. Did you like it?
No, it wasn't that.
And by the way, that's the common reaction of Proper 12. I've tried it once and it's mediocre. So if Conor loses and continues to lose, which sucks, bro. I wish the best for the guy, but his businesses and every sponsor that's tied to him now suffers as well. And I had this revelation. We gotta know when to stop. These guys gotta know when to stop fighting. After the Mayweather fight, man, even after the Khabib fight.
Do you think
you
Dana
made so much money? Why?
Do you think Dana was right when he said that he doesn't have that fire in him because he's sitting on too much money now?
When I saw him give Dustin the fist after the ref gave him the rules in the beginning, and I just was watching his demeanor. My personal opinion, it is not the fiery Conor McGregor that was hungry and needed a win to prove to the world that he's the best fighter on the planet. He already did it.
Do you think he's gonna come back now with fire? Because he's like, fuck, dude, my reputation's on the line. Everything I've ever done is now being washed away.
I hope so, man. Complacency is a dangerous, dangerous spot to be sitting in. Comfort in general, especially for the fight game. I felt this on my last fight. I don't really care. And that's what happened. And now that I lost, I'm hungrier than ever going to fight the best fighter on the planet in Floyd Mayweather.
And speaking of which, Dana White also had some stuff to say about that fight.
No. What'd he say?
Dana White said some comments while appearing on TMZ. It's going to be bad, White explained. I'm open for it. And I don't dislike any one of these kids. But if Floyd Mayweather really shows up and goes in, it's going to be an ass whooping like nobody has ever seen before. So I remember a couple weeks ago, you made a plea to Dana White to make sure he knew the difference between you and Jake. And I think he may not. I think he may be treating you like the person that's talking shit to him.
Yeah, I think so. I even DM'd him. I DM'd him to come on the podcast. I said, hey, you want to come on my podcast? I got a brand new set. We can talk shit about my brother together.
What'd he say?
Nothing, not even seen. He hasn't even seen it. But yeah, it sucks. I heard also that Mayweather's training like he's fighting a welterweight champion, which is a 200-pound weight class champion. Man's going in. I told Jeff this morning, I said, I don't think it matters. I think this is some weird universal, his time has come. One legacy dies and another begins on whatever fight date we choose. I guess, should I just say this here now?
I think
Can I say this here now?
Oh, Jeff's shaking his head.
Shaking his head. Well, what the fuck? We don't know yet. It's been online. Well, we don't know. Can I say that? Yeah, we're working on it. So we had a leak.
Just say words.
We had a leak. Fucking an erroneous leak in our camp. And it got out, and whenever we can't control the narrative, it's bad because people just want headlines and they want to get clicks on news articles and shit. And the narrative changed from the fight is being postponed to the fight's being postponed due to quote unquote lack of interest, which pissed me off. Like, first off, where'd you get that fucking quote from? Second off, lack of interest, my ass. No fight has made this much noise in the past like year, 2 years. Honestly, I feel like that. This is
no, every single time I step outside.
We'll shake the globe on the day me and Mayweather clash. Well, it's gonna be fucking massive. And I think about it like this. I think it's a blessing. Every day that passes, Floyd Mayweather gets older. He gets slower. He gets fatter. And me, I get better. I get better looking. Some wrinkles under my eyes, but healthier, stronger, a more skilled boxer.
Look in the mirror. What's wrong with your hair?
What are you talking about?
What do you look like you took the wood from the tree to build the set. You look like honestly, you look like GP's son. It's starting to add up here.
I look like my dad.
Yeah.
Just wait till I'm bald. I think about this. Because, dog.
Just go to Turkey with him.
I'm going to be sitting here on this set in about 15 years, and I'm going to be bald. And that's going to be weird, because once I had a full head of hair. Flashback to this moment.
Show him the back. Show him that mop,
I want to be weathered. Like, I want to look rugged, dude. Like, I spent much time in the mountains making pottery. That's what I want. Like, I've been working on the mullet because I think it's funny to fight Floyd Mayweather with the mullet. I think that's a funny circumstance. What?
Brady versus Mahomes, also old. New.
Oh yeah,
old versus new. Tom Brady is on his way to the 10th Super Bowl.
Well, he's not real.
At what point?
He's fake. Like, that is not real. Nobody should be that good at their sport. Like,
Tom Brady, athletes that are performing at that caliber.
Like the exact opposite of the caliber I'm performing at. No, honestly,
you are dying.
I don't know what's happening, bro.
You look like you had like a really hot meal.
I'm under a tremendous amount of stress and pressure right now, dude. I can't. I wanted to come out firing on this first episode. And I don't know what happened, man. I'm melting. I'm turning into, I feel like an iceberg that's been under the Haitian sun for 12 hours. My balls are in a swimming pool like a Kendrick Lamar song right now. I can't control it. I'm falling apart at the seams. I'm looking at George for comfort. It's making me feel even worse.
You're sweating as you're talking.
I don't know what to do. I feel like I may turn into a puddle.
Wait, all joking aside, do you need
a mental assistance, like a mental health check, like a mental illness exam? Yeah.
I was gonna say like a cup of water or something.
I don't know. This has happened to me before. It happened on the first episode of the first season. Now it's happening on the first episode of the third season.
250 episodes deep, Mike.
Listen, man.
You're sweating like a terrible.
Bro, I looked to my left. I was like, no. Who poured a bucket of water on this guy?
Can I do like what the rappers do and put the towel under my hat?
Well, we could take 5.
Nah,
or like 15.
It's not the listen. Episode 1 of season 1 was not the first time it happened. It wasn't the only time it happened. It happens to me sometimes. We've been off for 2 weeks. You know, I get a little little stress. It's a mental thing, man.
I feel like I'm watching a 90s sitcom where the person's really stressed, then he's sweating, and the camera's zooming in on him. Do you know what I mean?
Yes. And as I've always said before, the only thing that makes it better is everyone in the room looking at me and everyone talking about it. That's the only thing that makes me feel like if everyone looks at me and they're like, Mike, you're profusely sweating. It's pouring off of you. That's the only thing that makes me feel better, dude.
Yeah,
it's not that hot in here. Yeah.
Hey, I got good news.
What's that?
Change the subject.
Yeah.
Keep it rolling.
Yes,
right?
No sweat. Go ahead.
Boys, proud to announce that I've officially partnered with Barstool Sports. I'm a brand ambassador for Barstool Sports. I'm Dave Portnoy's son, essentially. You remember when he came here on the podcast?
Where he told Mike he's a dick sucker.
Love suck dick.
And that I'm cliche and cheesy. Both accurate. Very accurate.
Yeah, he's not far off.
No, not far off at all. Yeah.
I think he liked the vibe. I think he liked, obviously, the response to the podcast. And he has invited me. And finally, we got the deal done to be a official brand ambassador for the Barstool Sportsbook. So
that's big, bro. That's huge.
Huge. They're such a cool, I think, cutting edge, new age media company that I am so happy to amplify in any way I can. So got a lot of big things coming up in the future. For this past weekend, actually, Penn matched any first-time deposits that were wagered on the Barstool Sportsbook in Michigan. It just launched in Michigan. And I think they raised over $2 million for small businesses in Michigan. Obviously, the Barstool Fund, I think, is approaching $30 million.
Incredible.
So
small businesses affected by COVID, yeah?
Yeah, excuse me.
By the way, I've cried a few times watching those videos.
They're fantastic.
Fantastic.
This is what I'm saying. They do such a good job of, they just get it. They just get it and they resonate with people. And I think the company has so much room for growth. And as I continue to diversify my portfolio and grow my businesses, it's just cool to be partner with someone who, I truthfully believe in, and then I think can make massive waves together. So a lot of big things planned for 2021 with Barstool and their brand new Barstool Sportsbook. Thank you guys. Yeah, I'm happy to be here.
Way to start the year, huh?
Yeah. Much better, Jeff. I was proud of that.
He wasn't even listening.
He goes, much better, man.
That's fine.
I figured out the issue today. I figured it out. Finally hit me. Over the past 100+ episodes, right when things started going more my way, the first thing I did at the beginning of every episode was took my gum out and stuck it under the counter.
So you think your jaw was overworking and you're sweating from your jawline?
It's a potential, yeah. And today I looked at the set and I was like, I looked under. There's no gum on. Oh, all the gum's still under there? Oh,
it's the same table.
Well, in that case, fuck it, dude. I feel better already.
Oh, you were not going to do it?
I wasn't gonna. I was going to respect the counter, but it's the same. It's the same table.
First,
we didn't even talk about.
Sit on this side. Why is there gum on this side?
That's where I started.
That's fucking gross, Mike.
It's a thing for me, man. As you can tell by the fact that I'm sweating in the middle of the winter, I'm a little strange, George. Like you just gotta deal with it, you know.
All right.
Governor Newsom.
This fucking guy.
Governor Newsom.
I don't like him.
He's decided that COVID doesn't exist anymore.
Overnight.
In California, overnight.
This dude's smile makes me want to die.
Who bought him? I want to know who bought him. Who bought this guy?
I would assume it's Joe Biden.
Who bought this guy? When he talks, I go, wow, I could be president one day or a governor. Every time this guy talks, I go, we could do it. All of us. You don't even have to be that educated or even be a good talker.
Trump made me realize that.
Huh?
Trump made me I swear to God, reality star turned president. What the fuck? What?
You're right. I'm not even gonna lie. Dude, oh God, fuck.
No,
So,
we're in a weird place.
We're in a very weird place. But this year so far has just been kind of doing this. Just this right here. And I want to keep that energy going.
So back to Newsom. All right. Today, Governor Newsom lifted the stay-at-home order here in Los Angeles County.
Nice.
So that means Los Angeles-based small businesses and restaurants are going to get a chance to reopen, it looks like. We're going to revisit the colored tier system that's popular over there in the UK. And while a lot of people are excited and happy about that, a lot of people are questioning why now, Mr. Newsom? The same people are questioning why did it happen in the first place, because it doesn't seem like it's based on science, because yesterday we recorded the highest number of COVID-related deaths ever in the history of the pandemic. And so it just seems weird that today would be the day he decides to reopen. And I'm not complaining.
There's a lot of people are.
A lot of
already
people
lost
are
their
complaining.
fucking businesses, bro. How mad would you be if you lost your business?
Correct. And the people that were on the other side of it that want to respect the magnitude that this pandemic is are pissed off that he's doing it at a time when the pandemic is at its highest death rate. and with no vaccines in sight. And so I don't know exactly what the fuck is going on here. I know people were calling out for him to be removed from office. And so a lot of people feel like it's a knee-jerk reaction to their call for a recall on him as a governor. It's very interesting stuff.
Gavin Newsom recall. So it's not an impeachment because he's not the president. It's called a
recall.
It's like the
is he a
same thing
broken item from the store?
Yeah,
what,
like
what are we recalling?
Eggs with salmonella.
Do we bring another guy who has the same set of hair and teeth and then just be like, all right, guys, this is the new one?
Bro, no, there's a ballot.
A ballot?
1.5 million signatures needed to require a recall election.
They got
They
it.
They got 2 million already?
He out. I'm gonna be honest. I don't even care because I'm leaving the state. We built this brand new set and I'm out. Bro, it's getting ridiculous.
Are you talking about
a
that?
comedian friend of mine called? I mean, I'm not gonna say where yet.
You could say my name. My name's George. You don't have to say comedian friend.
Comedian friend of mine called me before the podcast, and he asked me. He's like, "Yo, are you staying in the state? I heard everyone's leaving. I heard everyone's going." I was like, "Man, I'm looking at the next like 3 years of my life, and it just doesn't make sense. I think the bug is finally biting me that I'm ready for the next chapter of my life." So me and Newsom are moving in together in Miami.
Based on what factors?
Miami.
What's pushing you out?
First off, the taxes here are fucking insane.
You don't say.
It's gross.
You don't say.
It's insane.
Ruined my birthday.
You ruined your
Ruined
birthday.
my birthday. So as some of the people watching this may know, this was the first year that I joined the elusive bracket that Mr. Paul is in here, and you know, people had told me, they're like, "Oh, you're gonna feel it, man. It's not gonna be fun for you." I'm like, yeah, whatever. I pay taxes every year, man. Pay taxes every year. Then my accountant called me and decided to call me on my fucking birthday.
Oh,
52% of every fucking dollar I made last year went to fixing holes in the streets, and the holes aren't fixed. Like, it's mind-blowing, bro.
is that why you're...
Your accountant said you had no expense.
That's why. Because we've joked about it.
I wasn't gonna talk about
If you
that
listen
part.
to Impulsive, you know this. Man makes money, spends none of it. And since he has no expenses, no business expenses, he doesn't write anything off.
Yeah.
So literally every dollar he makes.
He calls me, he goes,
has no one ever taught you to like spend your money so you could have some of it to yourself?
Okay,
right off.
So here's the thing. As a ex-crackhead,
I don't know. The way you're sweating doesn't look like
Okay.
an ex-crackhead. It looks like a current crackhead.
as a current crackhead,
He's like, I'm going to keep all my money for my drugs.
That's it.
No.
That's it.
52% taxes, 51% drugs.
That's 103%.
And then he's just sweating, just profuse. And then he blames it on fucking gum. Blames it on gum.
And face cream. No, but I always am waiting for that other shoe to fall. And I talked to our guy Jed about it, who you know has worked with people who have similar stories, and he's like, you got to get out of that habit, man. You're here to stay. You're not going anywhere. You got to start playing by the actual rules, because I saved all my money assuming that tomorrow, comes and I may not have any more. And so I fucking nest egg like crazy and just put it all. It's like, Bank said to me the other day, he goes, "Why do you have that many figures in a checking account? Like, what the fuck are you?" It's a checking account. You use that to buy eggs and milk at the store. You could buy a house here with it. Why is it in your checking account?
We have a group chat.
Well, you don't invest in stocks or anything?
I mean, you got
We have a
few
group
hundred
chat
K, but
called the Bitcoin Boys. Just a couple boys in the house. Yeah.
shout out President
Bitcoin.
Broido.
And Mike's in it, but he just shits on us the whole time. He refuses to invest in anything. I don't think he's diversified his portfolio at all. Please tell me you have some stocks.
Tesla. Well, this is not
Tesla?
This is
I
not
love
investing advice, by the way. But yeah, I got some blue chips. I got some Tesla stuff like that. But listen,
Good.
I pull a very nice 0.0009% in my savings account every year. But I'm thinking about next year potentially stepping it up to a CD, which will get me 0.001%. So it's an extra one. I just get too scared.
What about properties, bro?
What if you bring me to Vegas? I'll gamble. You bring me to Vegas, I'll put 100K. I'll put 100K
of what I want you to do.
Go to Pennsylvania or Michigan, use Barstool Sports.
I love you.
Yeah.
I love that for you. What I don't like is when you start talking about business.
Why?
Before you were like, well, I've been investing and, it's just made me feel really comfortable to diversify my portfolio.
Mm-hmm.
And, like a year ago, I started with you and all you had was the dab, was this. And now when I talk to you and you're like, I saw your email, but I'm really busy on call. Say, you think I could circle back and like ping you later? Like you're using corporate terminology and I fucking hate it. You grew too fast.
I don't know what happened. I swear to God, the moment I turned 25, I like looked at my hands in my bank account. I said, why is my money not making money?
Yeah.
All these equations started popping up and three-dimensional life. This is weird. I make money, but my money doesn't make money, and I'm losing money because my money isn't making money for me. And so I just started
to stop saying yeah like you agree.
Well, I just started caring more. And Jeff, my manager, has been harping on this for years, but I just never gave a fuck, bro. I bought a $90,000 couch. I'm a fucking idiot. Oh, I was.
Well, hey, which one of your friends called you an idiot when you did that?
Jeff raised the hand.
Jeff.
You raised your finger. Yeah.
Yeah, it was the middle finger, by the way. Just in case people didn't pick that up.
I encourage, here's the takeaway. I encourage young people to start caring about their finances sooner. And I know it's tough to give a shit about something that you don't give a shit about because it's boring, but gamify it, make it fun. Download E-Trade or Coinbase or
Robinhood something.
Robinhood something. Just start playing. It doesn't need to be vast amounts of money, but start understanding how the market works, whatever market it may be, and get involved.
Well, you know, I don't have anything. Like, I don't not have any investments. I just need to get a little bit more exposed.
It's time for you to get a vehicle.
That's happening this week.
It's me again with another word from our sponsors. Every new year, all you hear is new year, new me. That usually means you'll be picking up better habits or trying new things. And if you do take up a new hobby, it's even better when you have amazing audio that will make the experience even better. And that is why I recommend wireless earbuds from Raycon. Whether it's following along to directions in the kitchen, binging an audiobook while learning to knit, or powering through a new workout with a pumped up playlist in your ear, a pair of Raycons can make any activity easier and better time. Raycon makes great sound accessible to everyone. Their wireless earbuds start at half the price of other premium audio brands. And guess what? If you think having white stems dangling out of your ear looks ridiculous, that's something you don't have to worry about with Raycons. They come in a range of stylish colorways, but always with a comfortable in-ear fit for a more discreet look. And they don't just look great. Raycon performs wherever you take them with up to 6 hours of playtime, water and sweat-resistant construction, and Bluetooth that pairs quickly and seamlessly. You've heard me say all this before, so if you still do not have a pair of Raycons, I really got to wonder why. They got 15% off all their products for my listeners, and here's what you got to do to go get it. Go to buyraycon.com/Logan, and that is it. 15% off your entire order. So feel free to grab a pair and a spare. It's 15% off at buyraycon.com/Logan. Back to the program.
Anybody hear about this Roman Atwood stuff?
No.
Did you hear about this yesterday?
What happened? Lay it on us.
Roman Atwood, one of the biggest YouTubers in YouTube history.
That's where you guys met.
Yeah, when me and Logan originally met, he was there at Travis Pastrana's house. This guy was Mr. Surefire. He was there every day, making people smile more. Mr. Roman Atwood. Everybody fucking knows and loves this guy, right?
Yeah.
But over the past year plus, he seemed to have vanished and no one knew where he went. He was putting out these very, sparse videos, very, very inconsistent. And everybody was like, where the fuck did Roman Atwood go? Well, yesterday he puts out this video next to Britney explaining that he has had these high-level stalkers that have been destroying his life during all of 2020. They called in bomb threats to a family funeral he was at. Whoa. They got access to his home and were able to depower his home, turn off electric. They got control of his cars. They got control of the cameras in his home and were sending him screenshots and videos off of his cameras. They canceled his car insurance.
Why Roman? Why Roman Atwood? He's so wholesome.
I don't know. And I know he's been working with the FBI on it. And he was finally able to tell this story, but it's extremely scary because you hear stories about, people that visit the house or they send letters or they send the fleshlights.
Oh, we've had that.
Yeah.
That was kind of cool though.
Like, I'm your biggest fan. Here's my vagina.
Yep.
In a box, that's normal. But to have somebody turn off your power, while you're trying to microwave a Tostinos, the little pizza rolls.
They got access to his power grid.
That terrifies me because he has children.
Children.
That's like, where are the cameras facing? Do you get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I hear creepy stories about that stuff all the time.
Why couldn't they get like a scum of the internet, motherfucker? Like Keemstar H3. Honestly.
Daniel Keem, he's one of the biggest, most well-respected boxing news sources. He's the one that was the breaking news about the lack of interest in your Floyd Mayweather fight. He texted me last week and said that there's a massive beef brewing between you and Jake, and he wanted me to address it.
Yeah. We're going on vacation next week. I swear to God, if you want to know nothing and everything that's not true, go to this dude's channel.
Why did you point at me?
Well, because you're the one who's like texting him and shit.
No, he texted me. I didn't even respond. Back to Roman Atwood. So hopefully this means, and he might have said this at the end of the video. I was trying to listen to it, but Jeff interrupted me and told me I should open a bakery and was just talking to me while I was watching the video, which I love. But at the same time, I wish I had the ending to the story. Hopefully it means the FBI has been involved. And so hopefully it means Roman Atwood will return to a consistent posting schedule, because I know he brings a lot of light to a lot of people's lives. And I think a lot of people want to see him on this show. I think a lot of people want to see Mr. Roman Atwood on Impaulsive, and so we hope that happens. Roman, if you're watching this, I hope things get better for you. Brittany as well. Best of luck to you guys.
Yeah.
Scary stuff.
For real. Yeah, I love you, Roman. Something happened. Something happened.
Immediately, every viewer was like, it was Logan. Logan was the one that.
No, I really do love Roman. He's like an older brother to me.
He's so nice, dude.
Something happened that I want to talk about. There's a lot of pressure on this story, but
somebody try to stick their finger in your asshole.
No, I get angry when that happens. Mostly when they're strangers. Like, I don't know them at all.
Excuse me, sir. What are you doing?
What are you doing, guys?
Stop and shop.
Finger out of my butthole.
This is Costco.
What are you doing in my butt?
Sir, I just met you.
Have you've had
Yeah, absolutely.
phone sex.
I just wanted to agree with you. I'm so sorry.
phone sex.
Yeah.
You've had it.
Yeah, I'll do it because
Good?
it's just my dick in my hand.
So, okay.
You know what I'm
I can
saying? It's
relate,
like, because
yeah.
is it over FaceTime?
No, I'm talking good old
Just
fashioned
audio. Okay.
audio.
Yeah.
You?
Yeah, when I was young. Not really, like, not a new thing.
Like how young?
All right, listen.
Like I was a kid and I thought that was cool.
6, 7.
I feel like if you're in a long distance relationship and you want to keep that that fire going between you guys, but like I mean, you know.
You made the biggest.
Well, I didn't
Well, I
know.
mean, you just suck at it. That's why.
You just made the biggest mistake by serving this up before you told the story.
No, I just,
Also, like, I mean, I'm dating an actress. That girl could get into character like that. I mean, she pretends like she's in love with me every day, and I love it.
Wait, hold on. I'm dating an actress too. What the fuck? What are you saying?
Yeah, your actress would probably be a lot better than me.
Go.
bro, I just have never had phone sex before.
Wait, pause. Give us a little preview of you. Ready? I'll be the girl. You be you. Ready?
Whoa, whose story is that?
That's how.
Well,
Chill.
I told you
they
gave
need
us
to
too much
know.
power. You gave us too much power. You should have just
Chill.
gone.
I'm
into
just.
it.
I'm taking you up the roller coaster. Chill. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Never had phone sex before. The opportunity was presented to me. I said, all right, I got my dick, got my hand, got a phone. Ooh, cramp.
I'll take it from
Let's
there.
give this a shot.
Give me a like. Give me a
Let's
like.
give this a shot. Let's give this a shot. I'll do phone sex. And I quickly realized like there's a reason I've never done it before, because as goofy and as comfortable in my own skin as I am, some things sexually, I'm just not, because I just can't take myself serious. And the girl who offered the phone sex, like, again, I learned pretty quickly. It was like, she's pretty experienced in this arena. And, you know, so I'm sitting there and she starts talking. She starts off, right? She's like, yo, I'm gonna, excuse me, parental control warning. She goes, yo, she goes, I wish I was there, just like sucking. You know, I feel like I don't do a good job at it, but you know, I feel like I'm just there sucking your penis, just like looking you in the eyes, and oh my god, and it's just going down my throat, and I'm like, oh my god, this is great. She's really good at this, but also she doesn't do those things in real life. Like this particular girl doesn't suck dick. She doesn't. So I'm like, this is hot, but like logically, I'm like, this makes no sense, because like she doesn't wish these things. She's just saying it because we're having phone sex, but like, all right, fuck yeah. Okay, I get into it. You know, the good old fashioned masculine reaction. I'm getting pretty hard. This is turning me on. The voice, the phone, it's incredible. And now it's my turn, right? You go back and forth. And shit, this is it. 25 years of life, never had phone sex in my life. What do I say? So I start off, I'm like, hey, ooh. So the first thing I would do, we'd make out. we'd be kissing each other on the lips. And I'm like, and yo, she's helping me out. She's like, yeah. And I'm like, oh yeah, big time. And before you know it, we'd be having sex.
And just on the other line, she's like,
listen, bro, I look down, I'm flaccid, completely soft. So I stopped talking, right? Because now I'm just like saying like dumb shit to try to keep up with this conversation. So then she goes again, right? Doing a great job. Rock hard. Again, rocket ship. I talk by the end of my dumb fucking vomit of sensual bullshit. I'm soft again. So my dick is just like, yo, what are we doing, champ? What are we doing? Because bro, when I talk, I'm like this. Ooh, I'll be inside of your body. That's where I'll be. And you'll be enjoying it most likely. I hope so. And so the clock's ticking, time's running out. And I'm like, I gotta get out of here. But she's into it. She's so into it. She's doing such a great job. She's a professional. And eventually I faked an orgasm, bro.
Sorry, what?
I faked a phone sex orgasm because I couldn't do it. So dog,
that's against the rules for men. Dog, that's against the rules.
No.
You can't do that.
Bro. And I'm on the phone. I'm like, I might hit like mute a couple times to make it seem like it's going in and out.
That's how you nut?
No.
Yeah. What are you, a villain from like a black and white cartoon?
Yo, I'm a guy. I don't typically
fucking Marvel villain or something.
You got me, coppers.
That's what they sound like in hentai. Go on.
What's your moan? What do you sound like when you're orgasming?
What?
Is that you give me your real one.
I feel like I'm too
not in the mode for it.
No, like I there's a lot of passion in it. It's like the one time like I'm 100% like just like stop laughing at me. Bro.
This is him. Ooh. I love this. That's it. That's it.
I love you. I love you. I love you so much.
Bro.
He's told me he has that problem in the past. That like rampant I love you that slips out while coming.
Yo.
I love you. And she's just like, you dare? And he's like, nope, but I did at that moment. It felt like it did.
Don't tell girls you love them during sex, even if you do.
If you do.
Don't tell them. You can if you love them, yeah. But I try not to.
Did you finish?
No, fuck no. And
No, I mean, like, did you finish the story that you're telling right now?
Yeah, I'm done. I faked an orgasm on phone sex because I couldn't do it. I feel like this is a great time for another one of our favorite sponsors, Blue Chew, which I could have used during my horrible phone sex situation. Mike, take it away.
You want to fuck like a porn star? No, guys, you're looking to last longer, go a few extra rounds, want to be confident every time it's time for sex? Get BlueChew.com.
See, it's hard.
I'm so sorry.
You go to BlueChew.com.
Get to BlueChew.com. BlueChew.com has the first ever chewable that brings your performance in the bedroom to another level. Check this out. They've got the same active ingredients that are in Viagra and Cialis, so you know they work. Since they're chewable, they can work faster. You can take them anytime, day or night, even on a full stomach. And this stuff is cheaper than those other two, so it's a no-brainer. Basically, if you like sex, you like BlueChew.com. Plus, you don't need to go to the doctor's office or spend time in the pharmacy line. Blue Chew's online physician consult is free, and once approved, your order ships straight to your door in discreet packaging. You guys know how much I love Blue Chew. Well, here's a great deal for you guys today. Visit BlueChew.com and get your first order free when you use promo code Logan?
Yeah, mine.
That's not me.
Yeah.
Just pay $5 shipping. Again, that's BLUEChew.com, promo code Logan.
Yeah. Think of me when you're fucking. Back to the program. That's
the reason I ask you is I find it so funny that, because I could relate to this so much, that people like you or even I that do that kind of like acting or unscripted shit during the day can't produce when it comes to that moment. Check this.
You guys got like stories today. I love this.
Check this. Every once in a while, maybe once a week. Girlfriend rolls in a different outfit. Loves role playing. It's one of her favorite things. Her favorite role play thing I can't even talk about on the show because it would.
You've told me about it. It's fucking.
I can't talk.
Gross.
It would get me. It would get me Armie hammered.
Yeah.
Literally, dude. I get.
You are fucking.
But listen.
Weird, but
Let me say this. So she shows up. The one that relates to the story the most. She shows up as a cheerleader. With a red little cheerleading outfit on, with the midriff exposed, whatever, and she comes in and she goes, "Mr. Cheney, I left my homework at home. What can I do to still get an A?" And I go into the same fucking mode as you, bro. I'm like, well, maybe we can get you a ride back to your house to pick that up, and maybe you could have your mom run it out to you, and we'll still be able to get it graded by the end of the day. And she's just like, "Mr. Cheney, I was thinking like maybe something a little bit more exciting." And I'm just like, yeah, I mean, we could maybe get like one of the kids from audio video to follow you on a skateboard or something as you go pick it up. I'm not quite sure exactly what you're looking for here. I'm terrible at it. I'm in the same fucking boat as you.
The worst, bro. But who's Mr. Cheney?
I don't know. I've asked her multiple. I'm like, is Mr. Cheney a real person?
1,000%.
Yeah,
Mr.
for
Cheney
sure.
was that one hot young teacher when
Right.
she was a student.
Damn, she couldn't get the real one or the fake one. She just could not get Mr. Cheney at all. Zero.
So how do you pull it off? Because you're in person, you can't fake the orgasm.
No. I mean, at some point, I just am like,
You just go through.
yo, Mr. Cheney ain't fucking here no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get in the fucking mode. You know what I'm saying? I can't do this shit.
I've never been good. I've told this story with the whip as well. I've just
Yeah.
some of these things. It's like I can't. Like I don't take myself that serious.
Right.
I can't get in the mode. Like you want me to smack your butt, like, but not all the way hard because I'll kill you, woman.
Do we?
Yeah, that's happened. This just in, another girl died from a booty slap. It was incredible.
Cheney was the vice president during Bush.
His name was, and
Oh.
ironically, his name was Dick Cheney. I'm not kidding. His name was Dick Cheney. Was the vice president.
So Amara is just really into vice president.
Mr. Cheney. I gotta prepare better next time. Like, I think that's what it is. It might be a preparedness thing. Like, what if you said it to her and you actually had planned it out?
If I had backstory, there's a chance I could pull it off. Like if
Just sitting there with a laptop.
If I dove into character, it's not for me, guys.
Well, that's fine. Growing up, I always thought you were asexual.
Turns out I'm not.
Yeah, I used to call you a ficus
Why?
because you're just like a plant. He doesn't care. He just didn't care. Like we're like, oh, dude, she's hot. Yeah, I don't care.
I think
This guy's sexual drive is nothing. You go in waves. You go like really high, and then like nothing.
Yeah.
That's you.
Yeah. You guys try Clubhouse?
I've heard a lot about this.
I'll make a face for it.
It's already valued at over
$1 billion. Clubhouse gets $1 billion. Another Silicon Valley app gets $1 billion valuation. Guess what I have to tell you about valuations? It don't fucking matter. Equity. I got you equity. That's my favorite still. Hey man, like you give me enough of your stuff, you push this app for me, I'll get you 20% equity. You know what that equity's worth? I'm like, nothing. Can I buy broccoli with it? See, maybe this is my short-term thinking again. You know what I'm saying? But also at the same time, like, what's the percentage of these fuckers that actually sell?
It's so low.
3%.
It's almost like winning the lottery. It's crazy. Some creators would tell you that's a bad business strategy. Mr. Beast is diversifying in a way where he's taking equity from a bunch of little startup companies.
And let me post suffix or preface or whatever. I still have equity in a couple things that I truly believe in. I'm not saying it's a bad strategy overall, but it's like the go-to offer for Silicon Valley. I'll give you some sweat ec, bruh. You want a little sweat ec, man? You do a little work for us, do a little work for you.
Oh, no, you sweat enough, so I don't think you can do that.
I would be the king of sweat equity, bro.
Sir, actually, I have enough that you can see. I don't need any more. Thank you.
It hurts me that you say that because I have equity in Clubhouse. That was one of the first.
Hey, I think Clubhouse is bound to go for $1 billion, man. That's the one, dude.
I lied. Clubhouse, it's an invitation-only app.
I'm on it.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, I'm on it.
Yeah, so you
Listen to people talk.
One can set up a room with a topic, and it's basically like a virtual stage where there can be multiple speakers in a room and thousands of people can listen to these people talk about XYZ. And I started experimenting with it. I think it's a cool concept. At first I definitely didn't. Like I definitely made fun of it. And then I hopped on it. I was like, oh, this is very interesting. Network wise, I think I could meet some cool people on this app, because allegedly some billionaires and some high profile people make their way in there and are actively using the app.
Listen,
yeah,
for sure. That could have been the best
Wow.
LinkedIn thing. I'm fucking around to an extent. I think it's great. And I think there's a huge appetite for long form discussion, which is evidenced by the people watching the show right now. And people want to hear people talk about diverse topics. The one thing that I don't love about the current landscape of the internet in general is that the saturation of subject matter experts is so high right now. And when you provide just another catalyst for subject matter he is the preeminent subject matter expert on e-commerce. And you get all these dudes in there, by the way, who knows like what their credentials are. Like they're like, yeah, he worth over 30 million. Then the next guy comes in worth over 60 million in sweat equity. He has over 90 million in sweat equity in his bank account. And they're like, wow. And they're like, wow, that dude's loaded on sweat equity. He could buy 10 sweat equity Bentleys.
Why don't they just put it on YouTube? And then
I just don't know. I love it because I like the idea of listening to people talk, and if people want to fucking digest that content. And also, by the way, like I really hope it works out for whoever created it. I hope it goes for $1.5 billion.
It will. Well said though. My biggest problem navigating the app was it's hard to qualify people if their names I don't recognize.
Which is everyone on the app.
Almost.
Yeah.
It's in a weird space. Like I hopped on it once. I did one talk and I was like, yo, like I have a podcast. What the fuck am I like?
Well, just at what point does it get too noisy? At what point is everybody talking? You know what I'm saying? And how do you cut through that? And how do you cut through that?
How do you have an answer? Does someone have? Because that's like the golden question for this age we're living in. Anyways, 2021 is how do you filter the fucking noise and bullshit that everyone is yapping about nowadays? Because everyone has a voice and can do something or say something about whatever and be an expert on
subject matter expert. Are you talking about how do you navigate the receiving end of said content, or how do you navigate the delivery end? Like, are you the creator?
The receiving end, because we're throwing information, all day. I walk outside and 10 different people will tell me 10 different things about XYZ.
I guess the biggest thing would be to spend to put in the work would be the number one. Like, spend enough time and effort truly digging into your sources before you call them subject matter experts, right? Like, what is this person really saying? What are people saying about this person? What are other people in the industry saying? Like, as we've talked about so much in the past, we are a headline-driven society. And so people look and they're like, wow, that guy, is worth $36 million. I'm going to listen to everything he has to say. I'm going to take it all, and that's going to be my new route to success, right? So I think you need to personally qualify a little bit of everything, more of everything you hear. And then also I would say, like, take a little bit from a lot of people. Like, don't look at one person to be your savior for your direction in life.
Yeah. It's tough, man. I don't believe fucking anyone. You're automatically met with resistance. I'll hear you.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I'm actually downloading your information.
Which is good. And it's kind of the
let me ask you
opposite of what's been.
This. You think Armie Hammer is really eating girls' brains?
Yes.
Well, yeah, hold on.
He ate a person, he killed someone. 100%.
David says,
Well,
who is this?
He's just saying that based on David has actual firsthand knowledge.
It's a baking soda.
No, sorry, that's Armie Hammer. This is a different it's a altogether different entity, different life form. Even it's not powder of any kind.
Oh, he's an actor.
Yes.
Oh, look.
Oh shit! I heard.
Oh, this girl was at our house. Oh, is that how you know?
Who the fuck?
I might know some.
Wait, is that the right one?
Oh, we're like intertwined. That's the one. I've seen her.
Who the fuck is that?
Why do people like this always look like this guy?
Oh wait, she went public with the fucking story? Oh, I thought you were just telling me about it because you.
Before she went public,
had phone sex with her.
Now, is this true? Is this true, or are we just kind of like throwing gasoline on a fire that doesn't need to be lit?
No. We've seen as James Charles would say, the fucking receipts, bro.
Oh, really?
They exist, dude. And this dude is pocketing toes, eating deer hearts. I mean, you know, he's got more.
What's this girl's name?
Paige. But yeah, supposedly, you know, and this you know what? Would you call him a B-list actor?
I have gotten a DM saying Armie had sent me photos of me tied up that I didn't know about. I didn't even know the photos existed or what they look like. I don't know if I was blindfolded. Oh, she was branded like a cattle?
I feel like we may have not prefaced the story enough.
Well, we're discovering it. Look, well, that's weird. I got
who's this guy again? What does he act in?
He played the Winklevoss twins in
Social Network.
Yep.
What else? He's on a big show.
Sorry to bother you.
I didn't know if you were saying sorry for bothering me while I was talking. I thought you were actually saying that. Sorry to bother you. From what I understand, he also was looked at as a potential actor for 50 Shades. Which would have made a ton of sense.
Great casting.
Yeah, exactly.
They just knew. They looked at him. They're like, this motherfucker.
Yes, absolutely. But
he hurts people.
He's been under fire for the past couple weeks as one Instagram account started to reveal these DMs between him and women that were quite fucking damning. I'd like to cut your body into I'd like to cut you into pieces and have sex with the pieces. I'm sorry, what's that, German? Say it in English.
I want to fuck your
actual brain. He had eaten a deer's heart in front of a friend after it had just died on the road after it got hit by a car.
I bet this dude's a beast at phone sex.
Oh, he'd crush it. Yeah.
Do you think like it's crazy how stuff like this could start spreading, and we see things that, yeah, like you said, can be pretty damning. But
let's also be clear, we're not saying it didn't happen either, by any means. But like,
I hate this shit because like it's so catastrophic to this man's life.
Yeah.
If he didn't do this, that's terrible. Like this guy's image is completely destroyed now. But if he did do this, then good, fuck them. Like,
I'm gonna lean on the side that it definitely did happen.
But we don't know.
I think just because we have that personal
German
anecdote, like we know this girl, right? Like,
is there multiple women that came out and said this? If that's the case, then fine.
And they're all saying the same thing. They're all saying the same thing.
100 screenshots on a page that was taken down. 100 screenshots.
100 screenshots, he's saying, from the audience, because we still don't have subtitles or ability to show you what the person's saying, which we should probably work on, yeah? Because I know the audience has been asked for it.
We can upgrade the set, right?
That's
things like that.
Ready for this?
Crazy.
Huh?
Ready for this?
Sure.
What if instead of depending on public sentiment, on screenshots, which can obviously be, fabricated in this day and age, firsthand stories, conversation, we let the investigative process take place? This is something that we've been missing out on for years now. This is just another result of cancel culture. Cancel culture can go in a million different ways, one of which is making decisions and passing judgments without due process and the necessary information to do so.
What's the due process here?
This is a criminal case, 100%. There's people claiming sexual assault. There's people claiming the threat of.
Is it being criminally investigated?
Is it being criminally investigated?
Is it being criminally investigated?
We'd have to ask a criminal.
Hey,
all right.
Is it being criminally investigated?
Shit. So now I just even I'm horrible of a person and I'm sweaty.
This is why I'm just be careful because like. This is what I hate, and I'll just say this. I can't stand when people just say shit. As soon as they hear it, they just like spread it out. And also, I hate to say this, but I hate when girls fake that shit because if this shit's real, I'm like, there's so many fake cases that it buries the real cases.
Oh, there's nothing worse.
There's nothing worse. Like
dude.
You're a horrible, horrible human being if you're going to lie about this shit. So I'd say I'm going to wait until the police get involved. And if they announce it, I say we bring it back up on the podcast.
His point, though, which is the major point here and the valid one, is that this may not be a criminal case. And so what ends up coming up here is a question about kink, a question about how far is too far when it comes to weirdness in the fucking bedroom, dude.
Oh, I know exactly the answer. It's as soon as one person steps out of the line and that person is now uncomfortable in any way, shape, or form. So if you're like, yo, we're going to do this, and then I agree to it, but then I'm like, yo, hey, finger in the butt, totally fine. Branding me with your name, I'm off.
Put your address on and send you 2 of the deleted screenshots.
Oh, David sent
You're
it to
coming
me.
in crushing, bro.
David,
You're
are they
crushing.
in German or English? Got it.
I don't know how we are in 2021 and we still don't know the line of like, hey, don't do that. And it's okay to do
But
that.
I
Like,
think,
how do we?
But I think to Logan's point is that consent or lack thereof can also be taken out of the story. Do you know what I'm saying?
like the girl was like, yeah, I want you to
it's
brand me.
Yeah, and then
Oh.
they get branded and that part gets removed. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's bro, it's as Robin Thicke once said,
I can't-
in the words of Robin Thicke, blurred lines.
It's just
I'm sorry. I don't fucking know what I'm saying. I'm sweaty.
These DMs,
Hey.
these DMs are heavy, man.
Are you gonna put one up or no?
I don't know if
Can I read one?
I'll read it.
Yeah. Go ahead, man.
I know, but I can't stop thinking of fucking your actual brain. And that's the sweetest thing you've said. Me too. It sounds incredible. Everything you are, every thought, every emotion, everything.
Yo, hold up. Wait, hold up.
Fucking you sense thing you are. Fucking every sense thing you are. You gotta type.
Dude, that sounded like the
It's
Joker
crazy.
had Tourette's.
It sucks just knowing
No,
that like dyslexia also affects weird people. You know?
check this out. So I'm reading the screenshot, and it's just the things that he said.
Yeah, with the responses, and those things have been deleted. Like here's what it could have been.
Like
What's the like?
unsent hers, dog.
Yeah.
Like
Those are not her screenshots from her.
regardless, this woman unsent hers
Because it
and-
says I know. Like, what did she say? Like, it's missing
and he said-
context.
He said that's the sweetest thing you've said. Me too. It sounds incredible. Like if they're just going back and forth, and then you hear one side of a very, very deep sexual kink, it's gonna be fucking weird. I'm not standing up for the guy. I
Wait,
I
but
think there's
then
too many
wouldn't he
independently
have?
corroborated stories for this shit to not be true? But like, there are two sides to every story.
But wouldn't he have the ones to read?
But now he's confirming everything that I think he has come out and said that this is not true. I don't like talking about this
Really?
shit. Yeah.
It's crazy that someone was like talking about it, brought it up.
Also,
I was more asking the question.
I'm just kidding. I'm just talking.
I was just saying, do you think he eats ribs?
have you guys ever?
McRibs?
Humans.
Oh, human.
Have you guys ever wanted to fuck a brain?
What are you talking about?
What's wrong with you?
Well, he says he wants to fuck a brain.
No, he
Like,
didn't. We're not even talking about that.
disgusting.
No one said that.
It's fucked up.
The last thing we were talking about was Barstool.
It's fucked up.
Have we ever wanted to fuck a brain? What are you saying?
What you been watching?
I thought you're a Christian.
I don't like both of you. I love you guys, but I just don't like you as human beings.
I'm settling back in. No more sweat, guys. It was just today. It was today only. You put me out of commission for 2 weeks.
Am I the only one who wonders what his boxers are like right now? Like how wet your boxers
He'll
are?
answer.
Oh, he got no boxers on, dog.
Thank you. You don't fucking know me by now. I don't fucking wear underwear.
Oh, sorry.
We interrupt this program to bring you a word from our sponsors. Support for Impulsive is brought to you by Manscaped, who is the best in men's below-the-waist grooming. Manscaped offers precision-engineered tools for your family jewels. They obsess over their technology developments to provide you the best tools for your grooming experience. Talking points, do not read. Host talk about a time when he's hurt his ball. Uh-oh. I've hurt my balls. I'm not going to lie. No, seriously. Like it's an actual thing. It's just hard because, this is kind of gross, but the texture of the scrotum is not always even. And not to mention, it's oblong, oblique,
Right.
spherical, right? So you got to really get in there and be precise about it. But Manscaped has a 3rd-generation trimmer that features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents, thanks to advanced skin-safe technology pioneered by Manscaped. When I tell you this is premium, I mean premium. The battery will last up to 90 minutes, so you can take a longer shave. The waterproof technology allows you to groom in the shower, and one of the coolest features is the LED light, which illuminates grooming areas for a closer and more precise trimming. They've also upgraded to a 7,000 RPM motor with quiet stroke technology, and let's not forget about the charging stand. Show your mower off loud and proud because this intelligently designed stand is a convenient charging dock powered by USB. If you are listening to me speak right now, I want you to experience it firsthand for yourself and trim that junk of yours, you sickos. Get 20% off your free shipping. Get 20% off plus free shipping with the code of Logan at manscaped.com. Your balls will thank you.
The relationship with the mother and how it affects your ability to love. Something I've been thinking about a lot lately. I don't know why.
Your mom's a sweetheart.
Me and my mom, I'm a mama's boy. And sometimes I wonder if my inability to be extremely committed and affectionate in a relationship to a point where I'm all in is because I have a wall up because I'm like, You're not my fucking mom. You ain't taking my mom's place. Don't. And by the way, I'm saying this jokingly, but I guarantee this is a thing. And I'm also not saying it's something I suffer from, but it's just something I've been thinking of lately. Do you think that how you were loved by your mother as a child and in your developmental stages, your adolescence, has an effect on how you treat women? I'm sure, but also more so how you commit and love women.
Yeah, bro. Have you not heard like people like girls will fall in love with guys that are like their dad, and guys will do the same? Like, it's kind of gross, but there's so many times I see Belle do things, I'm like, fuck, that's like exactly like my mom. Like, you fall in love with the people that you looked up to, or they like loved you.
You saying my mom's a retired porn star, George? Like, at what fucking point have you crossed the line? You want to fuck brains? Now you're
stop, chill.
Me or him?
Well, he's getting a little heated.
Yeah, don't sweat again.
Well, you have crossed the line multiple times, just ease up.
I just want, okay.
I can't even keep a straight face.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what to do here.
I think both of you obviously hit the nail on the head. Yes, it can be. Also, like, no, maybe not. You know, women I have dated don't resemble sweet Pam. Kind of.
No, like, I mean resemble
at all. Even
that was him.
Even growing up, like, my mom loved the fuck out of me, but I'm sorry, Mom. I'm gonna out you here a little bit. I don't remember many conversations from my mom's side on how to be a suitable suitor.
You're telling me, hold on a sec, stop. I need to ask this fucking question. Are you telling me that you learned how to properly handle the courting process for women from Greg Paul?
Which is why I'm so bad at it.
GP. Oh yeah. So
imagine GP having phone sex.
Yeah. So what I would do is I'd run over a deer and then run inside of you. Yeah. Hello.
You like bow and arrow?
Another one.
No. The only thing I can remember my mom giving me advice on was to not eat spaghetti in front of my date's parents.
Yeah, like weird. Like they give you like weird little rules.
Too messy. Right?
Yeah.
Come on. She slurping that shit up. Like,
that's so funny you say that.
That is the most pointless fucking.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
What?
Hey, son, do me a favor. Forget about unprotected sex. Spaghetti.
See, that was
Don't do it.
That was Greg. Unprotected sex was Greg.
What was it? I gotta hear this. What did he say?
Always wear a condom.
You don't know the story?
Yeah. I don't know the story, no. About him asking you to be protected?
Dog. I'm like,
Oh, this is great.
13, 14. He goes, okay,
Why are you guys doing Joker and Batman? What the fuck is happening here?
I want to fuck your
the older
brain.
you get, these women are going to want to have sex with you. And a lot of them are going to tell you to do it without a raincoat. That's what he called it. They got different names for everything. A raincoat. And every time a girl wants to have sex with you without a raincoat, you picture me behind them going like this. No!
Look at the dog. I wish we could zoom in on this.
So, every time a girl's like, do you have a condom? I'm like, of course. And she goes, well, I'd rather not. GP's fucking bald ass head with his beard that's now turned into a skunk. He's got 2 white stripes for some reason.
Yeah, I don't like that.
No! Sex is synonymous with my dad.
Say that one more time.
Sex is synonymous with Greg for me.
Dude, Greg's mine too.
If I'm having sex with you, there's a good chance I'm thinking about my dad.
Oh, Lord. Oh, God.
At least for 1 second.
Just GP coming at you. Yeah.
He ruined me. He ruined me. Oh, he ruined me.
Yeah, maybe that's why you don't really look for people that resemble your parents, man. I agree. I would not do that if I was in the dating realm and GP and Pam were my parents.
My mom's gonna call me.
She's gonna be pissed.
She gave me some advice. I just remember the majority of the young bachelor conversations coming from Greg. And you can imagine how those looked. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like our dads would get along because my dad was he liked to have a little bit of fun.
What
you know what I'm saying?
What do you mean?
Not really a one woman kind of guy. You know what I'm saying? I like to have a little fun. That's all I'll say. I'm not gonna throw my dad on the bus.
Well, I mean, you just did. You just did it with like an Italian accent.
I like to have a little bit of fun.
You know, let's have fun. I'm not gonna say anything, but not one vagina for this guy. You know what I'm saying?
I've seen a lot of clips on TikTok and YouTube, and I just don't know about this whole monogamy thing. It scares me. I read a statistic that I think it's like.
Just throw out an answer.
Well, because it could be any number. I think it's like 2/3 of people that get married before the age of 30 end up getting divorced.
Oh yeah.
What the fuck?
I mean, it
What are
was
we doing?
55% a long time.
What are we doing?
I mean, listen, dude, it's human nature. I think.
What? So what? You get married for what purpose? Like thinking you can beat the odds?
I'll be honest with you. I'm pretty sure marriage is a industry plant. Like that is created simply to create happiness for the woman. like in all honesty, like I just want to have a pretty wedding with all my family there, and we get the chairs and everything. Like at some point, you just gotta fucking eat that bullet. Like as a guy, like
60% of married couples between the age of 20 to 25 will end in divorce. What the fuck are we doing? What?
I'm telling you, it's a ceremony. It's ceremonial. I'm telling you, bro. At the end of the day, here's how. Like, as far as Amber's concerned, or any girl that's watched, I think the way to suck off your guy. I think the way to suck your guy into marriage is to quite literally suck him into marriage. No, is to talk about the food that will be at the event. Like if she was like, "Yo, listen, man." Filet mignon, the fucking little, the coconut shrimps, we'll get them from Outback with the dipping sauce. We'll even get the Outback bread. We'll have them on the cutting board with the honey butter on the side, everything, the truffle butter. Bro, you could suck me into that with good food. Like literally.
I'm going to be honest. I didn't hear anything you just said. I just pictured you like 15 years from now, really, really big. Your girl looks exactly the same.
Am I sweating?
And you're sweating and you're just talking about food and you're in danger, man.
Past the age of 32, the odds of divorce increase by 5% per year at age of marriage.
What are we talking
So
about?
the older you are getting married, the chances of you getting divorced is higher?
Yeah.
Well, babe, we better make this quick.
Like shit.
Yeah, like y'all are different, man. I think you guys.
Oh, yeah?
Nah, you're fucked.
I think
y'all are so divorced.
I don't think I'd ever.
No,
leave,
you
though.
wouldn't. She'd leave you though.
No, I think I dead ass think about that all the time.
She's
I
not
remind
gonna
her.
leave. I'm kidding.
Please don't leave me.
I'm kidding. But I have this very dystopian way of thinking, and as a product of a divorced family, which you are also. Yeah. It just seems like the natural go of things. Like you hang out for a while, you pop out a couple fucking offspring, and then before you know it, your significant other showing up with their new significant other, and you're at
the banquet
putting Unisom in their mashed potatoes at the dinner table. Mm-hmm. I don't fucking know. I'm so sorry.
Well said. It's just it's a little depressing. Like I often look at very successful celebrities,
Justin Bieber,
Leo. I mean, well,
what do you think will happen?
He did something right for now, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm wishing his marriage the best, but we'll see.
Go the way
time will tell.
Go the way Leo.
No, just
Tom
like
Cruise.
Look, bro, Leo, Drake, Tom Cruise. It's just like, why is Drake not married? Does he have a girlfriend? Maybe. Why is Leo not married? He's been dating a girl for a long time, a very long time. The same girl, it's a steady relationship. But why is he not married? Is it like a conventional thing that millennials, Gen Z have like made up and had it set in their mind to try to accomplish for so long, and then when you're older, you're like, yo, this is slightly unrealistic. Yo, drink that milk in the fridge. There's a 50% chance it's bad. You drinking that milk? No. But then again, so that you enter marriage accepting that reality or potential outcome, and you do it for the experience. You just
I think you always have to.
There's responsibility when it comes to proposing. As a man, you have to. This is what I think. I think a healthy marriage is like my parents. They don't ever cross the table. My mom's not gonna tell my father how to act. My father's not gonna tell my mom how to act. But they keep themselves in check. And once somebody gives up on trying, like my mom is at an age where she could stop looking pretty, but she gets up every morning and looks pretty for my father. I think once somebody gives up, then the team starts to like fall apart. But I truly feel that if you really love somebody and you put in that work, and also here's another thing, I guarantee you a lot of people that got divorced, they probably went into the marriage thinking it's not gonna work out, and so when there's a problem, they're just kind of like, oh, this is how the reality is. I don't like this Instagram post. I'm going to delete it. I don't like this YouTube video. I'm getting rid of it. I could replace it. There's so many options. When it's like, yo, come the fuck down and work on your relationship.
I don't know if that's necessarily true. I don't know that it's a new thing because these rates have been this high. It's been 55. It's not like it's a result of that new I get what I want right now mentality that you're talking about. I think people have been divorcing at 50+% for decades and decades and decades. It's not a new thing. What I would love to see is some sort of other factors involved charting as to what the biggest contributors are to a higher divorce rate, i.e., where are most divorces happening? I.e., for example, one thing I think of is last week, Ben Affleck, one of everyone's favorite poster childs for success, sobriety, and happiness, throwing a full-size cutout of his girlfriend in the trash.
You're lying.
Pull it up.
You're lying.
Pull it up, bro. Because this is just, you got to see this. Ben Affleck
what?
cutout. Yeah, girlfriend's trash. He typed in Ben Affleck's girlfriend's trash. That's what he typed in.
Wait,
Bro,
what?
they broke up, and the next day he said, fuck your cardboard cutout. That shit full size in the trash can, bro.
Oh my God.
Didn't even fold it up.
Oh, that's she's a famous
Actress, yeah.
She was in Swords.
So, yeah. Yes.
Knives.
Dueling Knives.
12
What's
Knives.
it called? Knives Out. Very good.
She's great.
So they had this relationship that lasted almost a year.
What's he wearing? Why does he look like a gardener?
No, well, that's a trash collector. That's not him.
Oh.
But he, we got another breakout. I know that got me too. Why? How could you do that?
So this poor guy.
But listen,
I was like, yo, what?
Anyways, Ben has obviously struggled with a tremendous amount of demons over the past, decade and continues to have trouble. But he joins that club of actors that you just brought up of, these A-list actors who are unable to, or by the way, are
and this is why, so you know.
And also, I don't mean to say this in any disrespect at all, but like, if a man is having his own demons, is he able to be in a relationship right now?
Great question.
I think people need to work on themselves and be fully comfortable with what they got going on before they invite somebody into their fucking life.
At that level, or by the way, some people just need to marry the fucking demons. Like, in all honesty, like there are some people who have just settled in the fact, and I think Leo and Tom, kind of join this category as they continue to move in and out of these high profile relationships where I think, what were you saying? Where I think they've just accepted the fact, like, yo, this is how my life is. I'm going to have to spend the rest of my life stuck in the hellhole that is banging the hottest 19-year-old models in the world. I've just had to come to accept it. This is what my life is. I will burn in the hellfire of fresh vagina every year and trips to Mykonos and lace thongs and the beauty that is youth eternal. And I sit and I feel for these men. The sadness of having to live that life.
You say it as a joke, but that is sad.
It's
bro.
horrible.
It's sad.
It sounds terrible.
You're putting it in a good
No,
way.
I'm not. Because you want to have that long, meaningful connection with the person where they never cross the line. You're at the dinner table, the same fucking person you ate with for the past 60 fucking years. What's new with you today? I don't know. I got some new seeds I'm going to plant out back in the garden. You talk to George at all? Yeah, he's doing well. You want some of these mashed potatoes? I hate fucking mashed potatoes. No, I'm playing. I'm kidding.
You guys are hurt.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Love is the most beautiful thing on this planet. But to your point, I think there are some people out there who struggle with their own selves so much that it inflicts pain on their relationships as well. I agree with you.
You think if you get married once and then you get divorced,
Yeah.
and then you get married again, you think you'd take your learnings and be more successful or least successful than your first marriage?
I think it all depends on the situation.
60% of second marriages end in divorce.
What about third?
Well, let's
But that should show you that they're not in it for the long run.
73% of all third marriages end in divorce.
Fourth? Is there staff for fourth?
No, because I think most people give
Die.
up.
No, they die. They just die, bro. I've been married 3 times. There's nothing left.
75% chance. You don't get better. You don't learn.
I don't think it's a learning thing. I think it's a situational based thing. Like if the girl cheated on you or the guy cheated on you, like you can't learn from that. You just kind of have to.
No. Yes, you can.
How? You can't choose their decisions.
Yo. you got to spot a cheater. Like, can you not feel this? Can you not feel this?
So funny you say that.
Yo, I've had conversations with women I've been talking to, and they're like, I'm loyal. I like, yo, you want a cookie? I have blonde hair and the sky's blue during the day. Loyalty is such a given, I feel like.
Not in this city, homie. Depends on where you're at.
Who are you dating? Who are you dating?
In this city, in the words of the great poet, laureate, Jack Harlow, we got options. I got options, bro. You know what I'm saying? And so and I'm not saying me.
You talk about
I'm 36 and I sweat a lot. I'm not talking about myself. I'm just saying a lot of people in this city.
But you just nailed it, by the way. Exactly what I was saying. The options part. It's greed.
Hell yeah.
It's greed. And guess what happens? Greed catches up to you.
It's not greed. I don't want to just.
It catches up to you, and one day we're gonna be older.
No, so exercise your right to buy those options when you're not in a committed relationship. That's all I'm. Yo, like loyalty. I don't. Yo, fucking cool. Yeah, good for you. You're a good person. Cool.
Well, also
nice.
Well, also don't assume that that's the only trauma that could contribute to a failed relationship. I mean, cheating. There's a ton, but to the point, I think what happens here a lot too, and this is something that I continue to work on in my own relationship. It's something that we still struggle with. There's a lot of people who wade slowly into a relationship, and in those early first steps, men especially make very poor decisions in the beginning. And so, we were in this, and I'm this speaking from full-on experience. I was in this gray area where we weren't really dating, and I did some dumb shit. And as the man, I call it dumb shit that's like easily forgivable. The girl never fucking forget. They never forget that shit. So I think you have to be very cautious and careful as you wade into the relationship and understand that any false moves could affect the rest of your fucking life. That's just how it goes. Unless you're dating some pro empath who could easily forgive and forget, which most people are not.
Yeah. Don't cheat.
No,
like, how easy is that?
Definitely don't cheat. But also, like, are we at a point in society where this is okay? You know what I'm saying? Like who?
What, the tattoo on the back?
I don't think that'll ever be okay.
Do you think like this was planned, or do you think he was like having a good time?
I think so. He fell asleep and his friends pranked him.
No, listen. Back to Ben has some mental issues and some substance abuse issues that he can.
I heard he's a phenomenal poker player, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like he got kicked out of casinos because he like counts cards and shit.
He's also a phenomenal actor.
Duh.
And writer.
Straight guy all around. No, well, yeah. I mean, I don't know.
We don't know him.
I don't know him.
But we can make accusations. I feel like that's what this podcast is.
Accusations. No. That doesn't feel.
Thank you for watching this episode of Impaulsive. We're back. Season 3. Hit that subscribe button. Turn your notifications on. It's going to be great. All right. See you next time.